Tropical Storm Bertha is on its way. The Corpus Christi City Council meets today to continue the ethics review process of Mayor Paulette Guajardo and a look at new film color technology. Today's Thursday, July 23rd, 2026, and this is South Texas Midday. I'm Spencer Chiak. Tropical Storm Bertha continues to track toward Texas, and the coastal bend is expected to be impacted as early as this afternoon. Bertha is expected to drop 3 to 6 inches of rain in the Victoria area, 1 to 3 inches in Corpus Christi, and as much as 3 inches of rain in the northern part of the valley overnight tonight. This is the beginning for what forecasters say could become an unusually strong El Nino this year along the Texas coast. And a Rice University climate scientist says climate change is altering how the phenomenon behaves. Sylvia D. said that while El Nino and La Nina have occurred naturally for thousands of years, research suggests their strength and patterns are shifting in a warming climate.
The changes we're seeing in the types of events we're having, their strength, their patterns of warming are changing with global warming.
The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration gives this El Nino an 81% chance of reaching very strong intensity late this year. For South and Central Texas, El Nino winters are typically wetter and cooler than average, which can help ease drought, but may also increase the risk of flooding. In Corpus Christi, the City Council continues to hear arguments in the ethical review of Mayor Paulette Guajardo at City Hall today. Petitioners argue the mayor was aware that a group of developers altered a document leading to $2 million in incentives being awarded to a downtown real estate project in April 2024. She denies this, and a representation says she voted in favor of the project because she liked it. A criminal investigation by local, state, and federal law enforcement found no wrongdoing. However, to violate the city charter, petitioners will need to prove she committed misconduct or neglect of duty. The proceedings operate similarly to a civil trial, with the city council operating as judges. Council members Ronald Barrera and Everett Roy recused themselves from the process, having voted for the project as well. The remaining 6 council members watch previously recorded deposition from the CEO of Corpus Christi Regional Economic Development Corporation, Mike Culbertson, President of the Type B Corporation, Alan Wilson, former Assistant City Manager Heather Holbert, and City Manager Peter Zanoni. The process could continue on August 6th and 7th. Anti-Indian rhetoric is on the rise in North Texas. We've seen it play out online and in City Hall, but it's reverberating in everyday life in places you might not expect. KERA's Marquita Fornoff spoke with artists about how their lives and work are being affected.
Shushrath Manchikatla has been dancing since he was 5. He fuses hip-hop with the South Indian flair. Manchikatla lives in Dallas, and he posts his dances on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. He says the comment section used to sound like this.
Bro, you ate down. This is so sick. Flame emoji. Love this.
But early this year, Manchikatla says he and other dancers started getting comments like this.
This gay Indians, H1B, curry munchers are taking over Texas. We have to protect our country.
The shift is troubling.
I honestly have no idea why they're starting to do this out of nowhere.
The online comments reflected the politics in the region. In February, YouTuber Alex Stein spoke in a fake Indian accent and mocked residents at a Plano City Council meeting. Around the same time, Frisco residents described a, quote, Indian invasion in their own council chambers. As the online trolls targeted more people, Manchikatla turned to his friends, Ashwin Suresh and Charlie Hooper. They own a creative agency in Dallas and produce music and dance videos. Most of the videos feature artists they met through the National Desi Dance League. It's a college competition circuit for dance teams that specialize in traditional Indian dances and modern styles like hip-hop and Bollywood. They posted a video on social media calling out the racism and hate they saw spreading online.
These anonymous accounts on X are reposting their stuff, doxing, bullying, and harassing our friends just for doing what they love.
Multiple dancers in this community want to speak out, but doing that just puts a bigger target on their back.
Suresh is worried.
It's just verbal altercations now. Where does this go next? That's the scary part.
Pavan Dhingra is a professor at Amherst College. He studies immigration and grew up in North Texas in the 70s and 80s. He says the resentment and anti-Asian racism we're seeing aren't new. Across the metro, the population is booming. And when that happens, immigrants and their American-born children are often blamed for growing pains and cultural changes a region experiences.
You're seeing again and again, and it's coming out in ways that you may not expect. So now, even in the arts, you're not safe.
And the threats can come when you least expect them. Swathi J. Shankar trained in Bharatanatyam, a classical Indian style where the dancer uses precise hand gestures, dramatic facial expressions, and bent knees to tell a story. 3 years ago, she made a video in Washington, D.C., where she danced in front of the reflecting pool, and you can see the Washington Monument in the background. And the response was mostly positive. But just recently, someone she didn't know reposted her video on X. This time, the response was different.
That repost had led to a lot of racist comments, false claims about my citizenship, attempts to dox me, which was pretty scary.
She called the police to see how to stay safe and temporarily made her social media accounts private.
It's how I express myself, connect with others. So it does hurt to see people in the country that I grew up in speak to me in this way.
Manshi Katla is taking precautions too. He moved one of his recent dance shoots indoors.
I really want to do like a flash mob, but I don't think we can. I'm just scared. It might go the right way, but there's a small amount of chance, it might not.
Hooper, the dancer and videographer, says some of his friends have stopped dancing.
So these guys love dancing. This is their form of expression. To have the idea of dance be also associated with the idea of hatred, I think really tangles it up in people's creative spirit.
Dhingra, the professor, understands why some people might step back.
I get that. But when people are able to feel confident enough to double down on this kind of work, it does remind us that arts is not just there for some kind of aesthetic pleasure. It really is an educational force, and it can really change our understanding of a people in our society.
The dancers know that one video isn't going to end racism, but they say it's helped bring people together and created a sense of solidarity, which is exactly what they hope to do. I'm Marquita Fornoff in Dallas.
Finally, the Waco Indie Film Festival wrapped up its 10th annual festival this past weekend with almost 140 films screened. One of those films was a 25th anniversary showing of Donnie Darko, shown with new color technology developed in Waco. KWBU's Molly Jo Tilton has more.
Dozens of people gathered at the Waco Hippodrome Friday night to see a special screening of Donnie Darko. To celebrate its 25th anniversary, the cult classic was shown at Waco Indie in a brand new way.
The film can be adapted to show on our new technology. And that's what you're going to see tonight.
Stephen Poster was the cinematographer for Donnie Darko. Now he works with Waco-based 6P Color Inc. to change the way moviegoers see color on the big screen.
All television monitors and projectors in theaters are made up of 3 colors, red, green, and blue.
But that's not how we see the real world, Poster explained. To make up those missing colors, current displays mix red, green, and blue together. But that means only about 45% of the colors we can actually see are shown on screens right now.
Astronauts go into space, and they see the Earth from space. They take their cameras, they photograph it, and they come back, and they look at the film or the video that they've shot, and they say, these aren't the colors we saw.
The solution, Poster says, is a multispectral display. 6P Color, in partnership with Baylor University, has developed that color technology.
Now we're going to be able to show them what they saw.
The new technology, full color range, adds 3 new primaries to the old red, green, blue formula: cyan, emerald, and yellow.
With our system, we're up to 95%. And that creates an emotional difference that can't be created any other way.
Corey Carbonara is a 6P board member and one of the Baylor researchers involved in the project. He says the addition of the new primary colors shows images closer to how the average person sees them in real life.
We could make any display better, even existing displays in our pockets or, on our desks or even on our walls, right? Now, it is up to the manufacturers to decide, whether or not they want to employ that. But that's a very big breakthrough in terms of the application of 6P Color.
6P Color Inc. is still in the public demonstration stage of its new technology, showing full-range color at trade shows and with special screenings, like the one at Waco Indie. In Waco, I'm Molly Jo Tilton.
This has been South Texas Midday on your community-owned station, KADT and KVRT. I'm Spencer Chiak. Your community arts calendar and more is on its way next.